Hi, my name is Matt DiGeronimo. Do you remember when politics felt like it was about us? About regular, hardworking Americans who want a fair share at life, a safe community, and the freedom to make our own choices? Somewhere along the way, it started feeling like a game being played over our heads, a battle of extremes where the loudest voices drown out the rest of ours. We, the people in the middle, a silent majority, have been pushed to the sidelines. But we are not powerless, and we will not be silenced any longer. Now, this didn't happen overnight. Over time, the national conversation became a spectacle, driven by outrage, fueled by clicks, and dominated by people more interested in performing for their team than solving real problems. Media and politicians discovered that division pays. So instead of solutions, we get headlines designed to provoke, not inform. And don't for a second think this isn't absolutely intentional. Politics and media institutions dissect every aspect of our behavior. No detail is overlooked. Take the border crisis, a national security and humanitarian issue that directly affects millions of North Americans and South Americans. But turn on one news station and you'll hear that it's a right-wing fear campaign. Turn on another and it's an apocalyptic invasion. Where's the discussion about actual policy solutions? It's lost in the noise. Or consider the recent Supreme Court decision that struck down racial considerations in college admissions. A very nuanced legal debate about equal opportunity turned into a screaming match over racism. The actual concerns of students and families, well, they're buried beneath partisan talking points. Regular Americans, we're left watching from the sidelines, rolling our eyes at the absurdity of it all. Let's be honest, we don't speak up as much because it feels like there's no room for nuance. Everything is black and white. If you question one thing, you're labeled a traitor by one side or an extremist by the other. Who wants to deal with that? Here's a perfect example. I run a group on Facebook called Curious Patriots, and I asked a simple, thought-provoking question, which was something to the effect of, can anyone name an element or two of the Ukrainian-Russian war that would justify Putin's actions? Not because I support Putin, he's a brutal dictator, but because understanding what drives global conflicts is important. Well, let me tell you, the shit hit the fan. I was flame sprayed by people who thought I was defending a monster, just for asking a question. That's where we are today. Intellectual curiosity isn't encouraged, it's attacked. So we do what regular people have always done. We put our heads down, take care of our families, and focus on what actually matters in our day-to-day lives. Because who needs that nonsense? But here's the problem. When the only voices being heard are the loudest and most extreme, bad ideas go unchallenged, and policies that don't reflect reality get forced onto the rest of us. The truth is, the majority of Americans don't fit into the boxes drawn for us. We don't wake up every morning looking to fight a cultural war. We want practical solutions. We believe in common sense and personal responsibility and fairness. We don't hate our neighbors just because they voted differently than us. And we sure as hell don't think Washington, D.C. has all the answers. Look at the economy. Some say it's booming. Others say we're in a financial ruin. But go to any grocery store and ask a parent trying to feed their family how they feel about the record low unemployment rate. They'll tell you about shrinking paychecks, skyrocketing rent, and the reality that just having a full-time job is no longer the same as being financially stable. The power of the middle is real. It built this country, and it can rebuild our national conversation. So what do we do? How do we, the silent majority, make ourselves heard? Number one, speak up even when it's uncomfortable. We've been trained to avoid tough conversations, but silence is surrender. We don't have to yell, we just have to engage. Number 2, reject the false choice. Not everything is left versus right, good versus evil. Let's refuse to be forced into artificial political boxes. And number 3, support thoughtful voices. Seek out and share perspectives that value nuance, reason, and respect over blind loyalty to a party. Number 4, vote with more than just a ballot. Yes, elections matter, of course they do. But so do the books we read, the businesses we support, and the discussions we have around our kitchen tables. Number 5, build community. The best way to push back against division is to build stronger local connections. Real relationships make it harder to dehumanize those who disagree with us. The silent majority has been silent too long, but the future of this country isn't decided by the loudest screamers on cable news. It's decided by us. We have the numbers, we have the power. Now we need the courage to use it. This is our country. It belongs to all of us. Let's start acting like it. My name is Matt DiGeronimo. Until next time.